What is good, my family, my quick crypto family and coin factory family? We have some absolutely massive news in this live stream today. As you can see from the title, the KRC20 has officially been confirmed. I was informed about this firstly through my free Discord server courtesy of the Kaspa enthusiast and Mr. Mars, everyone who's bringing it to my attention. Absolutely massive news, and we can see right now that Kaspa is reacting very positively to this news. Obviously right now crypto's, well, more or less not moved much today, but for the most part it's currently red. But Kaspa is up 2.06% on the daily time frame, valued at 15.37 cents, and it's not too surprising. I think we're going to see, now that announcements have been officially made, there's going to be a slight increase in FOMO with Kaspa. We can see right now that the volume for Kaspa already on CoinMarketCap has increased a little bit from 28 million when I covered this yesterday to now 33, almost 34 million, and we might see increased volume as we get closer and closer to the official launch of KRC20, because KRC20 is going to be very big for Kaspa, and we're going to get into why in this live stream. As always, if you enjoy these streams, these daily streams I've been doing for 40 days in a row now, leave a like, share with your friends so they can know about Kaspa as well, and subscribe for more daily updates. But it's very big news, and I'm not saying, full disclosure, that we're going to see Kaspa just skyrocket in price from here. I think KRC20 is a very key catalyst for Kaspa and its future adoption. But it's a catalyst. This announcement is going to be released in 6 days' time. You can see here, coming on the 15th of this month, 15th of September, which is very big news. This is also 2 to 3 days before the Fed meeting where rate cuts will be announced. So I still suspect that throughout this month we're going to see some more corrections in crypto, probably Kaspa as well. But this will stem the bleeding of how heavy Kaspa may correct, depending again on the severity of the rate cuts that are announced by the Federal Reserve. But ultimately this is still very bullish. Let's get into it quickly, why don't we? KRC20 mainnet launch announcement officially from Kasplex right here. Very big news. We are thrilled to announce that Kasplex KRC20 will be launching on the mainnet on the 15th of this month, September, at 12 PM UTC. After over a month of initial testing and 2 months of stress testing. Again, this is something I want to quickly gloss over again. Shy mentioned, I think I mentioned this a few streams back. Again, I got informed this through my free Discord server by the man Leroy, shout out to him, that Shy had confirmed that Kaspa, they were not ready, but they wanted to list Kaspa, launch Kaspa, the project, in 2018, but they didn't think they were ready yet, so they took extra 3 years to fine-tune everything they could before they officially would launch Kaspa to retail, to the market. This again is just trying to reiterate to you that they could have launched KRC20 after a month, and they could have done it quickly, but no, they've done test after test, initial testing and stress testing, really pushing it to its limits to see if it can handle what's going to be coming in the future. So again, very big. We've processed over 90 million KRC20 transactions. 90 million, which is absolutely nuts, and everything is running smoothly. I have posts here, which hopefully I'm going to be able to find quickly enough, that I've retweeted. I know I've retweeted this, Mr. Miles, so don't come at me for that. But post that I've retweeted where it showcased that in the span of 4 or 5 days of KRC20 being launched, we have seen over 40 million transactions successfully done, which is very big to see. I will find it. I know I retweeted. There you go. Here. The Kasplex test numbers have made me so excited for the relaunch. Gas fees 52 million. Number of transactions 41.5 million. And this is in the span of like a week of their stress testing on the private beta. So again, this is very big to see how successful Kaspa KRC20 has been in its testing, its stress testing, and now we're at the stage we're going to see the full launch release in just 6 days' time, which is insane. We're going to be seeing this on Saturday. Very big news, and I cannot wait to see what's coming through it. And we'll get into more as to why this could be very big. We're seeing a growing in the community, developers building amazing applications on the Kasplex, and you can now complete KRC20 transactions through various wallets. We've seen Kaspa already announce it. We've seen Caspium already announce it as well. So again, now you can actually get access and complete KRC20 transactions, which is very big. So yeah, ultimately very big news. And I knew you were, Mr. Masters. Why I knew for a fact that I had retweeted it. So I get off easy today. Bingo Bango, my man, welcome to the stream. It's funny, I've never been wanted to coin to dip so much in my life. Yeah, I mean, I think we are still going to see dips in Kaspa and crypto for this month to come. But obviously with the announcement just being made a few hours ago, the market is reacting accordingly with the FOMO generated, the fear of missing out. Kaspa's going to start increasing in price. I think we're going to see Kaspa probably consolidate around this region. We might see it come back down to the level of support down here, but I would like to believe at this point, leading up to the Fed meeting, we won't see Kaspa, or at least it's unlikely. Again, I could be wrong, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would suspect that we don't see Kaspa correct below this level of support here until the meeting, to which then we'll have to see how severe the rate cuts are. And depending on the severity of them, we could see Kaspa either just continue consolidating or come down a little bit, correct a little bit before we see a reversal in latter half September into October, which will be the most bullish month for crypto, leading into the most bullish quarter. October, November, December, very, very bullish for crypto. And what's coming up for Kaspa? Equally very, very big news. Let's go 25 cents. I think 25 cents is also very, very possible. Based on these levels, again, I do a little bit of TA to help kind of judge where these levels of support and resistance are going to be for Kaspa and crypto projects in general. I typically only do it when I'm trying to judge a new all-time high, because I've been able to judge it just based on markets and, you know, patterns and whatnot. But I believe that, yes, one of the levels of support or resistance seems to be around 25 cents. That could be a level we end up touching on and maybe not be able to surpass that. But again, depending on what comes out and other catalysts, we could see Kaspa surpass that and reach 32, which would also be very, very big. And I'm looking forward to that as well. Great news about Krc20, but yep, damn straight. A lot into coming for Krc20. We're going to get into why it's so very big for Kaspa as well. Thank you very much. Hold on. But yeah, thank you very much, my man. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. And if you enjoy the streams, again, daily streams, doing every single day for 40 days straight, leave a like, share with your friends and subscribe for more. Andy A, today I bought 17.85 more Kaspa. That's why it's up so much today. Oh, there you go. Andy A is the reason why Kaspa has pumped so much today. He's bought 17.85 more Kaspa. The biggest Kaspa maxi in here, buying Kaspa every single stream. Well done, my man. Kaspa Crypto Overlord, damn straight MD. Good morning, Kaspa believers. We are so early. Happy to be here with you. Exactly. Again, 15.45 cents. A project that has potential to easily be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in the distant, very distant future, but still a possibility. Very, very big, and we are still very, very early, which is why I'm so bullish on Kaspa. People are saying like the Bitcoin, finding Bitcoin really, really early, and I can see why people say that, because they're adhering to Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision, and they are building a lot, and they've got the partnerships and institutional adoption already here with KRI as well. So I'm very, very bullish on Kaspa, and it's only going to further reinstate my bullish belief. Awesome Krc20 news, damn straight. Hello Puppet, hello Kaspa God, welcome to the stream. Until today, it was only testnet. If I understand that the launch will be in real life, yes. Yes, until today, I was just testing on the testnet 10, which keep in mind as well, testnet 10 runs on 1 block per second. They've already tested Krc20 on testnet 11, which is 10 blocks per second. They've already tested that and it works. But they haven't got 10 BPS on the mainnet just yet, but now we are doing that migration, that hard fork. We are now going to see 10 BPS on the mainnet by Q1 2025, so we've still got, you know, 5 or 6 months to wait. But point being is this is going to soon, Krc20 is going to soon be running on 10 BPS on the mainnet, which is very, very big. It's been testnet so far, but now it's going to be on the mainnet, 6 days time. Very, very big news. Over 90 million transactions done already. And I suspect we're going to see I would not be surprised to see a massive increase when the mainnet comes out, because this is only for, you know, private beta testing and, you know, testing. This is for, you know, public release, which would be very, very big. Now, of course, that's not to say we're going to see this sort of volume of transactions on the full release the whole way through, because there'll be a lot of initial volatility through the Krc20 from the first launch, because that's going to be bullish in itself. Also, keep in mind we've got the meme tokens. If you can see right now, this is the kind of the Kaspa Guru has been putting down a little bit of a round robin table of, you know, what the best meme token is right now. Currently, right now, I've seen the results for the final. I think going to the final, Kaspa that goes to Kaspa beat Kaspa and Nacho beat Gold. So it seems like the two most popular meme tokens right now is Kaspa that goes to Kaspa and Nacho, which are the two that I also like the most, and Gold as well as one I also have a lot of belief in. But yeah, Krc20 is going to be coming out very, very big, and then Krc20 tokens, meme tokens even, meme tokens for Kaspa are going to be equally very big for helping that initial volatility and liquidity pump onto Krc20. So we're going to see a very, very high number, millions and millions of transactions in the first week, 2 weeks, maybe even a little longer than that, once Krc20 is launched, and it'll probably settle down by then, I imagine. But then we have stablecoins. I played this video already in a video in my live streams, but I'm going to play it again for those who are maybe unaware. This alpha drop here, absolutely massive, massive news. Alpha drops right here, confirmation from the Kaspa team, from people who are like ambassadors of Kaspa, basically, that we are going to be seeing stablecoins coming to KRC20 thanks to a major liquidity provider. Listen very, very closely because it's going to help as well with Kaspa's future price and adoption.
Actually, a line up for the panel, but you come up here and drop probably some of the biggest alpha going.
I feel like I had to give you guys something up here for that poor answer I gave Marco. So
I actually haven't.
Okay, so there you have it. I believe I might have accidentally been playing some music at the time of that, so yeah, I will replay this video again a little later on for that distract anyone. I apologize for that. That was a big mistake on my behalf. But yeah, as you can see, anyways, this is very, very big news. You know, USDT, USDC, and other stablecoins coming to KRC20 in the very, very near future. We'll have the launch in 6 days' time. Very, very big news. Meme tokens going to help with the initial volatility, and stablecoins going to help with the longevity of KRC20 going forward as well. And as this happens, we're going to see, in my opinion, we're going to see Kaspa, the new blockchain, BlockDAX, the platform, still a lot of liquidity from these major platforms, from the likes of, you know, Litecoin most definitely. We'll see it from AVAX as well, Cardano, Tron, Solana, and even Ethereum. I'm sure we'll see Kaspa still liquidity from these other major blockchains. And then in due time, I'll see them flip them as well, because the KRI as well also announced that they're going to be helping in building really interesting projects on the KRC20 to help in Kaspa's growth going forward as well. So again, it's very, very bullish news, and I couldn't be more bullish. I could be more bullish about what's happening with Kaspa right now as well. And again, that's why Kaspa's pumping on the daily time frame in the market right now. In summary of what's happened, King Kaiser, KRC20 is coming out in 6 days' time, and that will most likely, you know, that's kind of the big announcement that we've been waiting for Kaspa for a very, very long time. We knew it was coming this month, and now it's officially released. Are you scared about the possible early recession? Can you hold me and tell me everything will be okay? Kaspa God, Mr. Miles, and Cody, you three have been loving each other so much in the Discord earlier. I've been seeing bits of it here and there. I can talk about the recession a little bit. I can hold you and tell everything will be okay, don't worry. But I can talk about it a little bit in the stream as well. I'll get into that a little bit later on though, while I go through more questions and go through a bit more of the breaking news for the most part. I made actually, in regards to that, I did make a thread, a thread or a post in my free Discord server, I think yesterday or the day before, talking about, actually no, it might even been earlier today, but I made a thread talking about the potential signs of recession, when it may happen, what to expect, you know, if we're going to get a bull market or not. So if you want to know more, again, feel free to check it out. It was in regards to, because I mentioned this again in my stream yesterday, in regards to this video here, an excellent video about yield curve and recessions. This video quite well described, you know, historical patterns with what we expect to see with yield curves and how it relates to the job market, labour market, and the recessions that follow that as well. So if you want to know more, again, I highly recommend watching this video, and I've made a thread about this video in my Discord server. So again, if you want to learn more, feel free to join the free server in the chat, in the description, and also on my YouTube channel as well. Kaspa is the best value coin in this bull run. Thanks for your dedication for bringing the news. Don't worry, my man. I'm here every single day doing what I can to spread the love, spread the news, so everyone can get knowledgeable and help build their understanding of Kaspa and this crypto market in general. There you go. Again, Mr. Mars and Kaspa God just loving it, just talking about having people hugging each other to make sure we're all going to be okay. Right, cool. The first stablecoin on a proof of work, fairly launched network, and one that can scale better than most proof of stakes, is going to be wild. Exactly. That couldn't have been said it by myself. Kaspa is going to have a fair launched network, proof of work, first stablecoins on a proof of work, and it's going to scale better than most of these proof of stake projects. You know, in due time. Obviously, right now it's still early stages, but in due time it will scale better than these projects. There's no doubt about it in my mind. And then when you eventually get smart contracts that come onto Kaspa, which won't be till probably 2026, maybe late 2025, but either way, when you get smart contracts, the projects that it's not been able to take over, it will. It most definitely will. And Ethereum will be one of those as well, in my opinion as well. So with 2 KS5 Pro and 45 TH, we will have more fees. Potentially. I mean, right now we can see the hash rate is still going parabolic, higher and higher. We've got another new all-time high at 1.12, so it's even harder for miners to make money from mining Kaspa right now at its current value. But KRC20 will give other alternative means for you to. Krc20 is not just good for, you know, Kaspa's future price and, you know, how it stands as a project. It's also good because it gives the miners other means to make money through Kaspa. When Kaspa tokens run out by, I think it's 2039, when they're all meant to be mined, by that point, and they can't mine Kaspa anymore because there's no more to mine, they'll be able to mine the Krc20 tokens and mine the blocks of that and make money through that as well. So ultimately that will therefore rely on the successful longevity and adoption of Krc20, which already is doing very well. So I'd love to see how well it will become, how you know, how successful it will be in the future when we have, again, smart contracts, what the KRI are doing with Kaspa in the energy sector, the finance sector, the cross-border payment sector, the supply chain, etc., etc. Like, there's so much incoming for 10 BPS, again, DAG Night, there's so much coming for Kaspa that I'm sure this blockchain, this block DAG, this platform is going to grow considerably to give miners alternative means to make money. And yeah, as you state, bingo bango here, it's still hella cheap and undervalued, there's no doubt about it. It's very, very early. If USDC is one of the networks Kaspa stablecoins get launched on, we'll see a Coinbase listing around the same time. I think that's a fair assumption to make, because USDC Circle is in quite close ties with Coinbase. I think it's fair to assume that if Kaspa does get USDC on the Krc20, then it's a good chance we'll see Coinbase maybe make a move to list Kaspa sooner than we expect. I think it's not a bad prediction to make. Ultimately, right now, we already know, with regards to top tier exchanges, where their stance is at. We know Kraken's got a spot listing on the way. They secured it. We know OKX is part of the KEF, which is the team that's in charge of this Krc20 as well. So again, big news there. We know Binance has a zero fees mining pool and Kaspa futures. So again, we know Binance are involved, and Coinbase, they have connections here and there. We have recently had the and I made a post about this again in my Discord server. We recently got confirmation that trying to find the post, I put it in my weekly roundup here. We got a confirmation that I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name. I think it's Ibrahim Usul, who was recently appointed as the Global Business Development Director of Coinbase Exchange. He was talking and, you know, commenting on his bullish stance on 10 BPS. He's also a Kaspa investor, which is also very big. And we also know again that Coinbase did fund the initial research for Kaspa. They funded DAG Labs, $8 million to DAG Labs. So we know Coinbase is connected one way or the other as well. So ultimately, Tier 1s are going to be a massive catalyst for Kaspa as well, which will help in the future adoption and price going forward. Because right now, Kaspa is where it's at without Tier 1s. With Tier 1s, the volume will surge much higher. Right now, we're seeing Kaspa at an impressive 33, 34 million 24-hour trading volume, and that's without Tier 1s. With Tier 1s, if this news, Krc20 news, came out when you had Binance and Coinbase listing it, this would easily be in the hundreds. There's no doubt about it in my mind, it'd be so much higher. Just hasn't got the adoption yet, but it's getting there slowly but surely. And again, that's why I'm so bullish, because it means we're so early still. Without Tier 1s, these will be catalysts that will send Kaspa sky high in price. Kisses and Kaspa from France. Welcome, my man, to the stream. I travel back in time. I'm from Thieves in the future. Top 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Kaspa. Yeah, I don't believe you, Mr. Miles, but I do believe. Well, I don't believe you travel back in time, but I would not be surprised to see that Kaspa is definitely one of the top 3 projects in this space in due time. Jay Honey, welcome, man. Welcome back to the stream. Kaspa news will help offset rate cuts downturn next week. Yeah, that's precisely what I've been trying to preach as well in my past few streams, that the catalyst coming up for Kaspa this month, which again relies on Krc20, which we now have confirmation to coming out next week. We've got the KII. We're having a tokenized, they're having an event, an enterprise event in 2 weeks' time. It's on the 24th of September, we're on the 9th right now, so just over 2 weeks' time, we'll have an enterprise event with Kaspa and the KII, which will be very, very big. That's happening this month as well. Ultimately, with the rate cuts incoming, you've got major catalysts happening this month that will stem the bleeding, or as you said, offset the downturn following the rate cuts, which we'll get into as well in this stream. So in that regard, then let's get a little bit into it to answer the question from the Kaspa God about holding him to my thoughts on the rate cuts and how soon it may happen. So in that regard, I've made a few polls, a few threads even in my free Discord server regarding rate cuts and whatnot. Ultimately, right now, unemployment seems to be rising and continuing to rise, mainly in the tech department. And this is all growing in regards to, and the unemployment continues to rise in regards to the growing recession, which will happen. And there's seemingly going to be even more severe rate cuts in the next 12 months. So there'll be some happening this month, and there'll be some following the next 12 months as well. And we can see, we're seeing crypto fear, US interest rates have been high for too long. The Fed funds rate adjusted for core CPI inflation increases to 2.3%. It's higher since October 2007. So this is same levels to the financial crisis in 2008. Like, this is what led up to, this is like, again, to go back on to talk about this video here, talk about the yield curves and recessions. This video I put, again, I explained in my Discord server. It talks about, you know, what historical patterns we have seen in the market and how this therefore leads to, this normally end up leading to the reinversion or inverted state, and then we're seeing the yield go above, going positive, the yield curve will go positive, and then that follows a recession. These grey lines here are normally a following of recession. And this again, so we saw the yield curve at that, around this region, we saw the yield curve dip below well, it went negative, went below zero, and then once it dipped once it went positive again, we then saw, you know, leading in towards the 2008 financial crisis. So ultimately, again, we're seeing levels that are similar to what happened in 2008. The real rates are up 8% points over the last 2 years as the Fed has sharply hiked rates. Real rates are now even higher than before the 2020 pandemic. In the past, when rates have ever become so restrictive in the US economy, subsequently fell into an economic downturn. So is the Fed moving too late once again? Again, to go back onto I mentioned this again in previous videos, there was a post, which I'll try and find, but it's going to be hard for me to find because, well, because there's a lot, well, I might have made a thread about it actually. Hopefully I did. Yeah, rate cuts I did, so I can find it very quickly. There you go. So we've got this post here from CoinDesk, happened at the beginning of this year, January 2024, 4th of January. Basically just talking about the fact that historically the Fed has resorted to rate cuts only with recession at the doorstep. It's what happens time and time again. So the Fed, therefore, the belief that they've moved too late, probably have. The unemployment was at record highs since for a very long time last month, and they didn't cut rates then. So in regards to the question, again, in regards to what was mentioned in this video regarding yield curves, I think there seems to be signs, historical figures suggesting that there will be rate cuts, will be a recession, but I think is also, again, explains it in the video what is showcased as well, so I definitely recommend watching it. It explains pretty much that it's likely we'll still see this bull cycle, but following the bull cycle, in and around that time, that's when we're going to probably start seeing recession sort of levels. So that's something to, you know, think about and potentially try and create a strategy for that time when it comes around. Right now, I'm thinking about it myself, but ultimately right now I'm just also focusing on, you know, the bull cycle and what's incoming for Kaspa and crypto in general. I hope we succeed minting this time on Sunday. I'm sure we will. They've been stress testing it a lot, really making sure that everything's really, really good for the last 3 months of integral testing and stress testing. So I think this time around it will be perfect. Again, keep in mind the first time round they launched it was just the Kasplex team. Now they had the core developers, so Michael Sutton and Shy and stuff included, who worked on Krc20. So they have had the core developers involved this time around, so I'm sure it's going to be perfect this time around. We'll have to wait and see, of course, but I think it's doing very, very well. Velo is doing great. I'll look at Velo real quick. I know I've been told about Velo a few times in the past, and I think my stance on it is still the same. Is what I think it is. Yeah, my stance on it is still the same. Yeah, it's just right now I just look it's doing quite well, up 3%. On the week, up 14%. On the month, up 88%. So it's doing very, very well in that regard. But I still have not done my due diligence yet to do enough research into Velo to find out more about the project, and it still just looks a bit, it's a bit worrying in that regard. So I haven't looked into it too much right now. I don't. Still got no Binance, no Coinbase, so it's not got the major top exchanges just yet. But again, neither does Kaspa, but it's again just pointing out the fact it has got centralized exchanges, which is good, but I haven't got the exact top two, so to speak. But ultimately, right now, Velo still looks, you know, quite bearish from its all time when it launched, you know, in the peak of the bull cycle. But I guess you could argue, if you look at it in the past year, it's done very, very well. So maybe it's actually a sign of a comeback for Velo. So it's something that, again, I mean, I've got it started. It's something I do plan to do research into it in due time. I just haven't had that opportunity for me right yet. So mining, give to 300k I got a bit confused by the question, I'll be honest. Look what happened to Fifi today. Okay, well, I'll look at Fifi. I feel like I'm looking at Fifi every single video now, every single live stream. up 88% on the daily, which is pretty impressive. Well, more than impressive. It's very, very bullish on the daily. Obviously, it's only up a little bit in the weekly. Monthly, it's down. Yearly, it's down. I mean, yeah, on the daily, it's doing very, very well. So that's great to see. It's still, again, it's a meme token. So my stance on it is still very much the same. I know the best time to get into meme tokens, if you can find them, is to get on them really, really early. That's the best way to make insane gains, but they're also the most risky. Like if Fifi decided not to take off, it wouldn't. So, I mean, yeah, again, I'm just showcasing this for my community, for everyone in the stream right now. This is what Fifi's done on a daily, which is very impressive, but it's a micro cap, a very, very small project. The volume's at 236,000 right now, but these are the only exchanges it has. So, if it gets some centralized exchanges, I might look into it a little bit more. But right now, I know you could argue therefore I'm missing a bag, but I don't. There's certain risks in crypto that I'm not willing to take. So, and this currently is one of them. If it, gets more centralized exchanges, I might then decide to take that risk. But right now, I'm not too. Again, it's being meme tokens, and I'm not too hell bent on it right now. So, what do you think when we will see USDT and USDT and Krc20? Well, that's not been confirmed, of course, as we saw from the video, which I'll replay it in just a moment for those who either are late to join the stream or just didn't hear because I made a mistake with playing some music. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for that from YouTube. Please don't get in trouble with me, please. I love you, YouTube. But yeah, we haven't been confirmed when that'll happen yet. With USDT, we don't know when it's coming, but I imagine it will be sooner than we think. I'm not going to say, I think they'll probably wait to see how successful Krc20 is launched, so I might say next month, October. But again, we suspected that, Krc20 would happen maybe later of this half, and it's happening right in the beginning of this month, so we could see it come earlier as well. And I'm very much hoping to see, stablecoins come to Kaspa very, very soon. But yeah, very, very big news. You're getting shillers, you've made it in the YouTube game. I mean, yeah. Ultimately, the bigger this channel grows, the more the community grows, the happier I get. Because it just, my whole goal in this, I guess this mission, what I'm doing, whatever it may be, is I'm just trying to spread the knowledge of crypto. I mean, Kaspa, of course, mainly Kaspa, the project that this community is founded upon, but crypto in general. I'm trying to help spread my knowledge, and again, that's why I created a free to join Discord server where it's not just me, but all of us collectively together are just spreading knowledge and information, trying to help build our understanding of Kaspa, of market sentiments, and hopefully other promising crypto projects as well. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Fifi right now, due to the fact that it's got the creator is one that created Pepe and Hoppy. So I understand that, but at the same time, it's kind of what has to happen with meme tokens. If they're the initial launch of meme tokens, people have to talk about it in order to get the adoption there. And I've heard through my community as well that a lot of people who are supporters of Fifi have been jumping into multiple different live streams, just trying to talk about it. And I don't want to. I don't want to deem favoritism. I'll say the same thing every single time people ask about Fifi. I'll show Fifi, show what's happening, because ultimately all I'm doing is just spreading information about the project. I'm showing what's happening, and then I say, yeah, I don't get into meme tokens though, so I'm not bothered by it. If it ends up being the next big thing, cool, it's a meme token. I don't care, personally. But if you're a meme token lover, then maybe that's something you can look into and see if you want to worth risking and invest into it. Because meme tokens are very, very worrying. Can anyone who's been in crypto for a while tell me if there's ever been a strong community as Kaspa? I mean, there've been loads of strong communities. You've got obviously Bitcoin maxis, you've got XRP maxis, who are, I think the two strongest communities that I've heard of is Bitcoin and XRP. Both, but the only difference is the level of toxicity. Bitcoin maxis are obviously Bitcoin maxis, but they refuse to believe in anything else, which is fine. You can be a believer in your own project, but people who invest into Kaspa typically invest into Bitcoin as well, but they also have I believe, a more broader mindset. Where people who involve in who XRP community is very, very toxic as well. So I guess Kaspa's community is the least toxic and one of the most strongest in the space. There's no doubt about it. And it's early, and again, it's still very early on into its cycle. It's going to grow more and more as time goes on. I'm just going through the questions real quick. What do you think about sweet economy? Sweat economy. What do you think about sweat economy? I don't know what sweat economy is, my man. You have to let me know about that. how will natural value after mint? Like if I mint 10,000 Kas, what does it do? I'm not too sure right now. Although saying that, I think Mr. Mars just answered that for you. Yeah, Nacho will have to have a starting value based on the price of Kaspa used to create them, but we won't see true value until it's on exchange. There you go. Again, this is also why Mr. Mars, you've got Mr. Mars, Kaspa God, Cody, Leroy's been great as well, Joe. Those 5 in particular, the names that I've listed, who are in my free Discord server, they've been very, very helpful in helping me build my knowledge, but also helping other people in the community build their knowledge as well. They've been legends in the space, so if I can't answer a question, I'm sure these guys can for you as well. So again, that's why the community has been so good, because it means that it's not just all on me to help find information, because I'm much as I like to think I'm quite knowledgeable, I'm only one person. There's only so much I can know, but Mr. Mars has been very helpful, and so has Cody, again, and Kaspa God, Leroy, everyone else. Shout out to them. Uphold will offer memes for Kaspa before anyone else. Possibly. There's a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. But anyway, I'm going to get quickly back into some more news before I continue reading onto the questions. But yeah, so I mentioned, Krc20, very, very big, very, very big news, of course, now officially coming out. 15th of this month. We're going to see Krc20 meme tokens on it. We're going to see stablecoins on it as very, very well, which actually, just for the meantime, I'm going to replay the video for those who are late to it, just for, safekeeping and whatnot. So if you've heard it already, then I guess once more hear the British announcement, and if you haven't, then this is going to be very, very big for Kaspa. Meme tokens are going to be great for Krc20 and Kaspa, but stablecoins will be game changing to give Kaspa the next level up to allow it to just dominate this market.
Here, really quickly, I was just going to, kind of drop some alpha here for everybody. We are currently in the process of, Wolfie approached me yesterday and connected me with a pretty big cross-chain bridge, liquidity provider, and all that. And if all goes well and they're looking to integrate with us at KDX, we should be able to be bringing stable coins to the KRC20 community.
Holy shit, that's massive alpha.
Yeah, so that's the watered down version. I'm not going to play the whole 1 minute 40-second clip, but yeah, 40 seconds in you can just hear, yeah, stablecoins coming to KRC20 at some point, which is very, very big and will happen sooner than we think, which again is another reason for why I'm so happy about Kaspa. That's also might be a contributing factor to why we're seeing Kaspa pump 3% on the daily, 15.52 cents, because people who have been involved in Kaspa for a while, who've been following with the news forums, who've been following this channel, will know KRC20 is going to be big, giving Kaspa a platform to then actually compete with other protocols, other chains, other projects. And we'll have meme tokens on it, which is very, very big. Meme tokens, as we've seen, even if we look at Fifi right now, just quickly touching on Fifi once again, we can see from its all time, the volume was at its highest from its initial launch. So in that regard, the initial launch of KRC20 and the meme tokens on KRC20, that's when we'll see a lot of adoption for Kaspa and KRC20 initially. That's what the meme tokens will do for it, give Kaspa, KRC20 a lot of initial volume, initial volatility and liquidity, which will potentially help in the price of Kaspa, although again, saying that this is going to be happening just 2 to 3 days before the Fed meeting, so we might see some great volatility initially, but this will probably follow by a correction because the rate cuts will do that. There's still not enough liquidity in the market right now for crypto and for Kaspa for us to see a significant pump, in my opinion. That's why meme tokens will be very, very big and stable, because it'll help with the longevity of Kaspa to let it compete with other projects as well going forward. But to go back onto the current condition of the market sentiments right now, we got this sort of news here, which is very, again, crucial, something crucial that I think everyone should be aware of. China overnight economic data, CPI missed and PPI missed, so the global recession fears are now escalating. Again, this is kind of the circulating news going around right now, and we then have this post here. It's one of the biggest stories in the world right now, if not the biggest story in the world right now. China is in China, everything else seemingly is secondary. Last night, the last time China was deflating this hard, it was 3% of global GDP, and now it's 20%. So last time China had these sort of levels of, like deflating, as we see the price of stuff like that now, according to this chart. It was back when, China's economy was only 3%, but now it's 20%. China makes up a sizable portion of the global economy. And this is very, very, worrying, because evidently China's economic health has a very, profound global impact because they're such a powerhouse country. So as the world's second largest economy, China's economic fluctuations will have a ripple effect on the markets around the world. China, as we should know, is a major exporter of goods. They make the majority of the things that we actually end up probably using on the day-to-day life. And its economic slowdown, which you can see in the graph right here, will end up impacting supply chains and prices and consumer spending worldwide. We'll see the economy slow down as a result of this. This could end up, decreased demand for imports. We'll see a lower pricing and whatnot. Currency fluctuations. It's going to be ultimately. It's hard to fully understand the full extent of what this sort of news will mean. But I guess the very glossing over it, a very basic understanding is that this again is showcasing signs that there's a growing fear of recession worldwide. The US economy is going to be cutting rates very, very shortly as well, but there's a lot of signs right now that the current economy is struggling. But then to quickly go back over to this video here showcasing historical data, which again I really urge everyone to listen to it because it's very, very important and helped me a lot understanding where I think the market's going to go. I suspect that if it continues following the current trend it's going into, then we'll see stock market, S&P 500, crypto market still, and then going into 2026, 2027, we might then start seeing signs of recessions. I'm not going to say it's going to be a recession, but we'll see signs of severe corrections in the global economy. We're already seeing signs of it right now, but it'll start to worsen once we reach the end of 2025, and once everything starts going on chain to blockchain, as the fiat dies and crypto soars higher and higher in adoption. Again, the interest rate has been too high for far too long. But again, the reason why I'm not worried about this affecting crypto's market, despite again two major sources here showcasing that the economy is in a bit of a predicament right now, is due to information like this. This is just a bit of I guess funny meme stuff here. Jim Cramer turns bearish on Bitcoin and crypto. Historically, Jim Cramer, if he says Bitcoin's bad, it does well. If Bitcoin's good, it does bad. So it's kind of seen as a joke in the community that if Jim Cramer says one thing, do the other. But more importantly, you see more liquidity coming into crypto right now. It's reaching higher and higher. I'm also seeing stuff like this. Michael Saylor, obviously he's one of the biggest Bitcoin maxers there is. He also leaked, or there's speculation he leaked about his support to Kaspa, because when Marathon announced their diversifying their portfolio from just mining Bitcoin to Kaspa as well, Michael Sutton tweeted out an image of Bitcoin's apple but in the Kaspa colours. But either way, he said on CNBC very recently that in 21 years, Bitcoin will reach, or potentially will reach, $13 million, which would be insane. Now, I don't know if he's just trying to spread FOMO or whether he actually believes it's going to be a reality, but ultimately, if that's the case, still, it's just very bullish for the future optimism we have for crypto going forward as well. And again, makes me so optimistic about where crypto's going. And this is Bitcoin you're talking about. Think about what that could be for Kaspa, with Kaspa having the likes of the KII, who are going to help in the adoption of Bitcoin. As it becomes, the first trilemma-solving, scalable proof of work, which will have smart contracts on it, or have stablecoins on it. It will have meme tokens. It will have everything, and KLI is going to help, expand Kaspa into the energy sector, finance sector, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm just very, very happy to see this announcement finally made. I've been asked, through the last few streams, when's Krc20 coming out, and we knew it was happening this month. We just didn't know when. We now know when. We now know when. So it's just counting down the days right now. I suspect we probably will see. I don't think we're going to see necessarily Kaspa do this. Well, we might see Kaspa come back up to this level of support, resistance here, 17 again potentially. But for the most part, I think we'll see Kaspa continue around this region for the next week, leading up to the Krc20 announcement. Once it actually is released, I wouldn't be surprised to see a correction, because this right now is FOMO. Remember, buy the rumor, sell the news. This is FOMO. Once the actual Krc20 is launched, I would not be surprised to see, we'll see, meme tokens bought up, whatnot. Krc20 probably get a lot of adoption, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Kaspa start correcting, 2 to 3 days ahead of Fed meeting, which will announce rate cuts. And again, that could cause a massive correction in the market. Bitcoin's still sitting at 55k. It's not very high right now. Fear still excessively high, extreme levels. I suspect we'll see Bitcoin go to 50k, maybe lower. Goes lower, that's better for me, because I want to get cheaper Bitcoin and cheaper Kaspa, cheaper crypto. I would love that more than anything else in the world. I'm now just going to quickly go through the questions, because there's been a lot of stuff talking in the community right now, which I love you guys for. Again, if you enjoy the streams, doing them daily, 40 days in a row right now, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And if you want to learn more about crypto in general, then market sentiment, then again, feel free to join my free Discord server, link in the chat right now, and also in the description, and also on my homepage. Nacho is a meme on Kaspa I'd want. Cats haven't had any good plays yet. Yeah, I mean, Cats, when it comes to meme tokens, from what I've seen, anything regarding dogs does well, but Cats doesn't, which is quite interesting. But Nacho, I think, is one that has potential to do well, because Nacho is not just any cat, it's Shy's cat, one of the lead developers. That's why it's one of the most, one of the most high demand sought out stablecoins right now for Krc20. Alongside that of Kaspa that goes to Kaspa, and Gold even goes a very, very big one. This is the top 4 right now of Kaspa as well, at least according to the community. I think we'll see Krc20 tokens on KuCoin and MXT before Uphold. Yeah, I think Uphold might be a bit late on it. I mean, Uphold don't offer like deposits and withdrawals for Kaspa on their exchange. They do support Kaspa, they don't actually offer that sort of services just yet. So in that regard, there's still limited ways to get access to Kaspa in America. But I'm sure as adoption goes more and more for Kaspa, and tier 1s also get more and more involved, Coinbase and stuff, and Kraken, who have confirmed their listing, we'll see more ways to get access to Kaspa in America. And that's why also Kraken is very, very big. I could see a massive surge in adoption and price for Kaspa, because it's going to be one of the early exchanges one of the early American exchanges to list Kaspa. Of course, America right now is still the financial capital of the world, so it's very, very big if that happens. Ethereum used Jonathan's old research and did about 445x in 1 year. Why wouldn't his newer research do the same, if not more? Because the market was a lot smaller then, and Ethereum. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I understand the thesis you're making, the point you're making, and I do believe that Kaspa in due time will surpass Ethereum, because it has got much more superior technology. And Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, the CEO, has confirmed about Ethereum using an adaptation of the Ghost protocol, which is Jonathan Sobolinski's work. He even quotes Jonathan Sobolinski in his what he talked about as well. But I think we won't see Kaspa do that sort of crazy pumps in 1 year, because again, the market was just so new back then that sort of volatility, that sort of like price movement was expected and possible. But I think as Kaspa will have much more longevity and much better gains in the long term than the likes of Ethereum will have as well. I think Kaspa will, most likely, in my opinion, I'd like to believe and hope that Kaspa will reach top 10 by the end of 2025 in the cycle, and then we'll see Kaspa start pushing towards top 5 leading into the next cycle once DAG Knight smart contracts are out, whatever the KRI are doing with Kaspa, everything else that is incoming, listing Kaspa, the list can literally go on. Gold is one that will make history, Krc20. I mean, yeah, the according to this is not just what the Kaspa Guru has been putting out, it's what he's been putting polls out for the community to vote on. The community right now has voted that these are the top 4, and Nacho, I'll show it actually. Those are the top 4. We can see the last 2 polls he did. Kaspa, that goes to Kappa Pete Kaspa, and Nacho quite confidently beat Gold. So I'm not saying Gold won't be a big one. These are the top 4, but seemingly the top 2 right now is Kaspa and Nacho. So those might be the 2 biggest ones, 2 of the biggest ones for the Kaspa community going forward. Gold isn't fair launch. There's allocating a lot of percentage to the team and to the exchange. Well, that also might be the reason why Gold will end up going on the centralized exchanges first, because it has allocations, but its lack of fair launch doesn't really adhere to what Kaspa is about. So that might also, cause problems, without a better choice of words. But yeah, that's currently where I stand on it. I still think, and again, regardless, meme tokens in itself are going to be very, very big for Kaspa, and we're going to be getting these sort of announcements coming next week, which is just, again, more bullish things coming from me. I'm just looking again through the chat. Wow, just talking more about the the meme tokens right now. Did I say Michael Sutton? Yeah, I meant Michael Saylor. My fault. Yeah, I don't know why, because when I type notes out, when I'm doing I always put MS as abbreviated for Michael Sutton or Michael Saylor, and then I just sometimes flip the 2 around. I mean, they're both legends in the space after all, so I guess it's not that disastrous, right? So many questions. You guys are insane. Thank you so much for supporting the stream as always. You guys make this so enjoyable for me to do. Just being able to interact with you guys on a daily basis has been amazing. So thank you once again. If Kaspa hits $10, $2 million for me, well, my man, you're already living life. Absolutely living life. So big up to you, my man. Uphold gives you full access to Kaspa now. You can deposit and withdraw anything and everything. Really? To my understanding, you couldn't do that. Huh. Okay, well, I will have to look into that a little bit more. To my understanding, I knew Uphold supported Kaspa, but I didn't think you were able to withdraw deposit Kaspa just yet. I don't use Uphold, full disclosure, just what I heard. That, you know, that much there, I just heard that's what I heard. But if they can do that, then okay, fair enough. I'll have to do a bit more research into it and figure that out. You can withdraw Kaspa from Uphold. They just hide how to withdraw coins, which makes it difficult for normies. Okay. I'll have to look into that a little bit more then to figure out exactly what that means. Uphold's used to limit Kaspa. That was the first phase of them listing it, and it's been past that for a while now. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a bit more research into that to figure that out. But okay, that gives me a bit of clarity then at least. I thought Uphold only. I knew Uphold supported Kaspa, but I didn't know that. I just thought Uphold still was a limited. I thought Uphold was still limit Kaspa. I didn't realize they had already accepted to, you know, fully deposit and withdraw Kaspa as well. So I have to again. I'll do my own research into that again and on my time off, and figure out more about that just so I can understand more, I guess, going forward. Because also that sort of information stuff that I need to help inform the community about. I mean, obviously, yeah, I've got people like Mr. Miles and people like you guys who can also help inform me, which is great. But I need to also be able to be the sort of information for everyone else where I can as well. Uphold is a pain to withdraw Kaspa to your own wallet, but it is possible. Okay, so it is possible, but it's just a bit of a ball ache. Okay, well that's good to note. It's good to note. But yeah, that is again ultimately very, very bullish news regarding the updates for the kind of the main updates for today. Obviously the stream is not reached the hour mark yet, so I've still got another 10 minutes. So any questions people want to ask, again, feel free to ask them in the chat. Answer where I can. But yeah, it's just very finally be able to have KRC20 released to Kaspa. I've been waiting for this for 3 months. 3 months I've been waiting for KRC20, and now we're finally going to see it released to us in just 6 days' time. And we're going to be seeing so much following that as well with KII, with I mean, we can see we've seen markets reacting very, very accordingly to this as well. Yeah, it's just again makes me very, very optimistic, very happy about what is incoming as well for Kaspa, KRC20, smart contracts, smart contracts later on, but stablecoins as well. And the market in due time. I mean, again, the market's going to probably see a lot of downtrend. September typically being a very, very bearish time for crypto. I don't think it's going to be any different for Kaspa either. KRC20 is being launched in a timely manner just before the rate cuts, which I think will stem the bleeding. But I do think we're still going to see lower lows incoming for Kaspa in the next few weeks, followed by October, which will then see a lot more bullish announcements following that as well. So it just makes me very happy, really, and that's all it could be. KRC20 could 1000x. I think KRC20 could do massive things. Just helping the growth and adoption for Kaspa going forward as well. It's just another means to help in Kaspa's goal of becoming a medium of exchange, a peer-to-peer electronic currency. Will KRC20 make an improvement to mining yield, or will we need to wait for the 10% upgrade to see better mining returns? I think it's the latter. I think KRC20 will make alternative means for mining yields. You can mine KRC20 tokens as opposed to just Kaspa. But I think 10 PPS upgrade is what we'll have to see mining returns. Although in saying that, I'm pretty sure miners can already use 10 PPS. People could already mine off Rust. So I guess it depends. Because it depends on the block you mined I think it depends on the block you mine effectively. Because if you're mining, a Kaspa block as usual, now you get a Kaspa token, whatever the return is for Kaspa right now, which I think is $87. $87 right now. But I think if the Krc20 token, once Krc20 gets the sheer level of adoption that we're expecting it to get, and people, sending transactions back and forth, if you, mine the correct block, whatever, you'll get, the you get everything inside the block. Which if the adoption is really, really high and people are, making quite sizable transactions, you'll end up making high returns from that. At least that's my very vague understanding of that. I hope someone in the chat might be able to help me out a little bit more. But currently, I'm not too sure about that. But we'll find out more as time goes on as well. Does Tangent list Krc20 like Natural right now? But I think it will do in the future. I think there's going to be these other exchanges, these cold storage wallets, whatever, they're going to start releasing ways to support the meme tokens going forward very soon, I'm sure. Everyone right now in the chat is talking about, buying Kaspa. Every transaction on Krc20 token will be on the Kaspa network. That's also, there you go. But everyone's talking about, buying. I mean, me personally, in terms of Kaspa right now, I buy my Kaspa on LBank exchange. I know people use Mexi. Mexi is not. People have their various decided exchanges, dedicated exchanges they buy it from, whether it be, as you say, Daniel, KuCoin, Mexi, and Uphold. I typically use LBank because that has one of the, if not the lowest exchange fees out of all the exchanges right now that have Kaspa. So I use MXC, not Mexi, LBank. But I know other exchanges also are decent, quite decent as well. But obviously, because they're not the most reliable exchanges, I will put my money, my assets from LBank onto a cold storage, onto a Tangent, because I don't want to keep my crypto on exchange when there could be always that possibility of them just lugging and taking it all. Do you have mods in the chat? I do not, Andy A. I'm still very new to this. I started doing the Discord server and also started doing the live streams just a little over a month ago. It's been 40 days since both of them started, and I'm still very early into this. And despite the growth, the sheer growth in the community, the Discord server's already surpassed 314 members. And despite the growth in this live right now, where I'm getting much more viewers, much more people talking in the chat, so it's hard for me to find the questions. I'm just haven't had the time or the means to look for moderators just yet, but I know that's going to be something I have to look forward to in the future, because again, as the chats keep going on more and more, I'm not deleting any comments, my man. I haven't deleted any comments. I read the comments where I can. I might miss some of the questions you ask because there's a lot of questions being asked, and I'm trying to read through them all. But I'm not doing any questions. I'm going to end up expanding. Is it Sweet Economy and CoinMarketCap? Is that what you're talking about? Sweet Economy and CoinMarketCap. Oh, this. Okay. If this is a question you're asking, okay, I found it. Yeah, I apologize. I might have just missed it because again, it's hard for me to cover everything. I will end up probably in due time getting some mods in, because it is very, very hard to, as the chat keeps growing, the community keeps growing, the channel keeps growing, I'm gonna have hard to follow it all. But right now, it's just me, myself, and I, and all of you guys as well. So we see Sweat Economy here, currently at $443 million market cap, 4.6 million 24-hour trading volume. OKX, Bybit, Gateway. So I've got some good exchanges here. Obviously not Coinbase, not Binance, no Crypto.com, but still some major exchanges that are very, very good. All time wise, it is down quite heavily. So yeah, I'm not too well versed in the project right now. It is a micro cap, so just based on what I've seen so far, it doesn't fill me with a lot of optimism. It's a bit speculative for me, but I can see why you. Yeah, if you have more information about it, Andy, and you're in my Discord server, then by all means, let me know. Let the community know, because we always worthwhile us trying to find more interesting projects to potentially be able to make profit from and flip into, maybe Kaspa or whatever else may be. So my comments disappeared from there. I mean, yeah, I do see sometimes that message I've retracted. I mean, for the most part, no. I have not, removed, deleted any comments whatsoever. I think there might be times where the questions are excessive, that YouTube might just automatically, explicit, a better choice of words, YouTube might just delete them, but I don't think you do that anyways. The short answer is no, I have not deleted any of those questions, so I'm not sure why your questions are disappearing. If they had disappeared, you can ask them again and hopefully I can find them. Hello bees, welcome back to the channel, my man. Mohammed, my man, welcome to the channel as well. Thank you for joining. As always, leave the like if you are late or even new to the channel, or just in general, just leave a like on the stream, share with your friends to get them involved in Kaspa and crypto and more on this channel as well, and subscribe for more so you don't miss out on any of my daily live streams and content following that as well. Kas20 will bring a lot of liquidity. Yeah, that's ultimately the message I'm trying to portray as well. With Kas20 coming out, that's going to bring more liquidity onto the KRC20. Well, more liquidity to Kaspa. Right now, Kaspa's volume is sitting at 34, almost 35 million. And once, you know, Kas20 is fully released, we're going to see probably a sharp jump on the daily once it's initially released. We'll see it calm down a bit after that, I'm sure, but we'll see a lot of initial volatility. Because also KRC20 is something that institutions are wanting to get after as well. KRI have announced they want to get involved and launch projects. So again, this could be very, very big. So we can see more adoption coming to Kaspa in that regards as well. Mohammed, my question is that how long holders should Kaspa hold if price doesn't move at all and stay between? I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor. It is your discretion to how long you want to hold Kaspa. If you want to sell your bag, by all means go for it. If you want to hold on to it, by all means go for it. I'm not going to tell you how you should invest. I can tell you what I predict is going to happen in the market. I think Kaspa's going to stay around this region. I'm going to draw quite a broad area because it really depends on, you know, announcements of the rate cuts and whatnot. Stay around this region, maybe even a little bit lower, around this region for the next 2 to 3 weeks, up all full of September. And KRC20, we might see it push up here, come back down, and then leading into October, we'll then start seeing the bullish momentum with, you know, the KRI, what they're doing, KRC20 getting more adoption, stablecoins launch of KRC20, what tier ones might be listing Kaspa by that point as well, Kraken maybe as well. So yeah, there's a lot incoming, ultimately, a lot incoming for Kaspa. And that's why I do believe that we will see Kaspa won't hold at this price for that much longer. And once it does break above 20 cents, I'll be surprised to see us come back. Once it breaks above, you know, this level of support at 20 cents, I'll be surprised to see Kaspa come back down here again. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I'll be surprised at the very least. As we can, I mean, yeah, that's again why I'm very, very bullish in Kaspa and what's happening in this project. Looks like Bobby and Mr. Mars are still having a debate in chat, which is, I mean, it's good to see. Not just asking me questions, it's just also, again, people trying to build their knowledge together. Which is also, again, what the community, my Discord server is all about, to try to help everyone stay educated. Because I truly do believe that knowledge is power, it pays to be knowledgeable, and it's these sort of market sentiments and crypto sentiments that you can help understand, help you devise trading strategies. If you can able to learn more and be able to judge what's happening in the market, then it helps you in devising trading strategies to able to make hopefully more successful trades as well going forward. So yeah, that's gonna be the stream though for today. As we're now pushing the hour mark, thank you everyone once more for joining the stream. It has been, you know, very, very good, and I'm sure we're going to see more incoming following this launch very, very soon from the teams from Kaspa as well. So as always, if you enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, because I'll be coming back again tomorrow most likely, so you've got that to look forward to as well. And if you want to learn more about crypto and market sentiments, then feel free please to join my free Discord server in the chat right now in the description, and also on my homepage. And I just recently put out my 5th week, because I've been doing it every single week, my weekly roundups. So for those who join late now, who maybe don't have the opportunity to go through every single daily post I've made, you go through the weekly or even the monthly one I made last month to get a kind of rough roundup of the most important catalysts that happened in the community. So yeah, with that said, thank you everyone for watching as always, and I'll be back again